morning, children. Welcome to offline class. Yesterday we discussed grammar topic, page number 68, understanding rules, simple past tense and simple present tense we have discussed yesterday. Today we'll discuss simple future, page number 68, last two lines you see once. Look at these sentences. The palace helpers will clean it later. Will clean it. I shall play the piano in the evening. These two sentences represent simple future tense. Simple future tense structure is simple future. Simple future structure is subject plus will or shall plus V1 plus object. V1 plus object. When you have to use will, when you have to use shall, we'll discuss now. See, I, we, you, they, these are personal pronouns. These are personal pronouns. I, we, you, they, he, she, it. These are personal pronouns. You, they, he, she, it after will, and I, we after shall will come. See here, in your page number, in your textbook, page number 68, the palace helpers represent here they, palace helpers. See, after that we have to use will. Second one, I shall play the piano in the evening. I after shall will come and we after also shall will come. Here you see, you after shall, they after also shall, he shall, she shall and it shall. I mean, they will and he will and she will and it will. These five personal pronouns after will come and I we after shall will come. The highlighted words are in the simple future tense. The simple future tense tells us about actions that are at to happen. These two actions are not completed, will happen in future, next minute or next 1 hour or tomorrow. In future action we'll discuss in simple future action comes in future. Those are not completed, those are not going on, it will complete in future. Tells about the action that are yet to happen. We use shall or will with the main verb to speak about the future tense. Here you see one example he gave. See, the palace helpers will clean. Will or shall after always V1 form will come. V1 form. Suppose what is the V1 form? Go is V1 form. This is V1. Went is V2 form. Gone is V3 form. Going is V4 form. And goes is V5 form. There are 5 forms. These are five forms. You should know these 5 forms for every verb. It may be regular, irregular. Here in simple future, subject will or shall after V1 form you have to use. You should not use remaining forms. Remaining 4 forms you should not use. In active voice, passive voice, it is different. See, will or shall with the main verb to speak about the future sentence. Will or shall after you must use verb form. That verb form should be in V1 form. Complete these sentences using the correct form of the verbs in the bracket. See children, you have to do this work at home. Otherwise, I will send through WhatsApp these exercise. And the next one, page number 69, B Roman also wants to see. Rewrite the paragraph after changing the highlighted words into past tense you have to change these words into past tense. Tena is given, but in place of is you have to write was. Tena was a 14-year-old girl who wanted to be. Wants is given. Who wanted, W-A-N-T-E-D, wanted to be a painter. She loves is given. It is in simple present tense. You have to change it into simple past tense. You have to use V2 forms. In place of V1 forms, you have to change into V2 forms. Page number 69, A Roman and B Roman. It is for you children. You have to finish and send through WhatsApp. Otherwise, I will send these exercise in your WhatsApp. Look at the following sentence from the story. Sir, a number of people are fighting in the street now. Are fighting. The highlighted words shows the present continuous tense of the verb fight. The present continuous tense of a verb is usually used for an action which is going on at the time of speaking. Now the man is going, the bus is going, I am teaching, they are listening. These are all our ongoing actions. These actions are, while we are talking, those actions are going on. In that situation, we can use present continuous tense. Present continuous tense, it is the highlighted words show the present continuous tense. The verb of fight, the present continuous tense of the verb is usually used for an action which is going on at present of speaking. We can also use the present continuous tense when we talk about our plans of doing something in the future. For example, we are leaving for Darjeeling this Saturday. Pre-planned actions also we can speak in present continuous tense. Present continuous tense we can use for future actions also. We are leaving for Darjeeling this Saturday. This Saturday they are leaving for Darjeeling. This type of sentence also we can use present continuous tense. Study this table: simple present tense and present continuous tense. I play, I am playing. She goes, she is going. They dance, they are dancing. You cry, you are crying. These are the difference between simple present tense and present continuous tense. We use is, are, am plus verb plus ing to form the present continuous tense. Verb V1 plus ing we can call V4 form. Suppose go is there, go is V1 form, and if you add ing to this word, it became V4 form. It became V4 form. V1 plus ing. V1 plus ing and V4 form. Both are right. Anyone you can use in the structure. See, present continuous tense. Sometimes we want to speak of an action that was going on or continue in the past time. For example, see here. The king and his advisor were eating honey and puffed rice. This is past continuous tense. Past continuous tense also you have to use subject plus was or. See, subject plus was, were plus V4 plus object. These two only different. Remaining all are same in past continuous tense. Past continuous tense. Continuous tense. These two are different. Here subject plus is, am, are. Here subject plus was, were is different. Remaining all are right. Next you see. Past continuous tense we use the highlighted word shows the past continuous tense of the verb eat. The past continuous tense is used to tell us about the action that were going on at a particular time in the past, we use was or were plus ing form of the verb to express the past continuous tense. Fill in the blanks with the past and past continuous tense. This is also homework to you children. You have to finish at home, otherwise I will send through WhatsApp. Listening task, you see children, some two-syllable words are both nouns and words. Two-syllable words both are both nouns and verbs. If the stress is placed on the first syllable, it is on a noun. If the stress is placed on the second syllable, it is a verb. If you stress on first syllable, that is noun. If you stressed on second syllable, that is verb. See, the contest between Germany and Argentina in the 2014 FIFA World Cup final was very close. Used as a noun. The contest. If you give stress on this first syllable, contest, two syllables are there. If you give stress contest, if you give stress on this, it is noun. If you give stress on here, it is verb. That is the difference. If you give stress on first syllable, that is noun. If you give stress on second syllable here, that is verb. See here, next. He wants to contest for the school election, used as a verb. These are the difference between the noun and verb. If you give stress on first syllable, noun, second syllable, verb. Look at these following words. Stress the part given in capital letters. Present is noun if you give stress on first syllable. If you give stress on second syllable, present, that is verb. Contrast, and record, project. These are verb forms and noun forms. Next, listen to the sentence carefully. Identify whether the following words have been used as noun and are verbs, depending on the syllable stress in their pronunciation. See, once you listen, see here. Listening task. Now I read the paragraph. You have to listen this paragraph and you should write whether those are noun forms or verb forms. The import of the principal's words in the morning assembly was clean. B. Business firms often import goods from foreign countries. Next, could you record the lecture of me in my absence? Michael Phelps hold the record for the most Olympic medals won by an individual. The student exchange, the program takes place in August. I think we should exchange our email address for correspondence. Fourth one, practice makes a man's perfect. Her sister began to practice law in April. See children, I hope you have finished those listening part. Coming to page number 71, imagine you see two people quarreling. How do you think you can intervene and stop them from the argument? Remember, you cannot let it grow into something big and disastrous like in the story. Form groups of 3. Think of a situation and take up roles. Be careful about what you say and how you say it. Enact the dialogues to present how and why the row broke out and how it was resolved. Take one situation and form a groups, 4 groups or 5 groups, and discuss. And you have to support one idea, another group supports another idea. Next, coming to writing task. In the story, an empire is destroyed because the king does not do his duty. As students, you also have some duties towards your school. There are king's duties also there, teacher duties also there, principal duties also there, teacher duties also there. As a students, you also have some duties. What are the duties of the student? Discuss as a class and make a list of things. What are your duties? You have to write in your one paragraph, one paper, and discuss in the classroom. After coming to school, we will discuss these matters. Now coming to pronunciation. These are tongue twisters. Read the following lines aloud. Try repeating them at a fast pace correctly. Shelly sells seashells by the seashore. These are tongue twisters. Next, I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Betty bought butter, but the butter was better, so she bought another bit of butter which was not that better. If a dog choose shoes, whose shoes does he choose? These are tongue twisters. You have to use, read 4 or 5 times without giving gap. You have to read these pronunciation. These tongue twisters you should learn. You should know without any mistake. Page number 73. Once you see worksheet 2, read the poem carefully and answer these questions. Questions also there. Those questions we have to answer. Now see, read the poem carefully and answer the following questions. My shadow. My shadow. Everyone has its own shadow. This shadow always follows the person or follows the things and follows the trees and everything, animals. I have a little shadow that goes in and out with me. Wherever I go, if I am staying in house or if I go out, this shadow is following me. This shadow is not leaving from me, it is following always. And what can be the use of him is more than I can see. There is no use of my shadow. There is one thing that I can see my shadow. That is the use. There is no use of my shadow. He is very, very like me from the heels up to the head. My heels, my foot to head. He is very, very resemblance, same like me, but there is no use of my shadow. To see my posture in the shadow, that is the useful. Beside that, there is no useful from my shadow. And I see him jump before me when I jump into my bed. When I jump into my bed, it is also jumping. It is whatever I am doing, it is also doing. It is always following me. The funniest thing about him is the way he likes to grow, not at all like proper children, which is always very slow. Sometimes morning, if I see my shadow, it is very lengthy, too lengthy, and if I see in the afternoon, it is too short. In the evening time, it is too big, too big. There is no accuracy. There is no proper order for growing of my shadow. Not all like proper children. Not like all children. Some children they are growing 1 feet and 5 feet, 6 feet, 7 feet. But my shadow is not like that. Morning it grows very fast. I mean midnight, I mean um, afternoon, it became small and again became big. There is no proper order of growing, which is always very slow, for he sometimes shoots up later like an Indian rubber ball, and he sometimes gets so little that there is none of him at all. Sometimes it is big and sometimes very small. Sometimes it is very tall and sometimes it is very uh, tiny. He hasn't got a notion of how children ought to play and can only make a fool of me in every sort of way. Every sort, when I go to playground, it is also following me and it is also doing what I am doing. Sometimes it makes me scared. He stays so close beside me. He is a coward, you can see. The shadow always staying with me, behind me, sometimes left side, right side, sometimes in front of me. Always it is around me, but it is not leaving from me. I think he is a coward and timid shadow. I would think same to stick to Nursi as the shadow sticks to me. It is always sticking, always with me. It is one of my my body part, one of my body part. How my body parts are coming along with me, it is also following me and not leaving. One morning, very early before the sun was up, I rose and found the shining dew on every buttercup, but my lazy little shadow, like an errant sleepy head, he stayed at home behind me and was fast asleep in bed. Here you see last stanza. One morning, very early, before the sun was up. Before the sun was up, sun at that time sun was not coming up. I woke up early and he came outside. He came outside and then he couldn't see the shadow, because if there is a light we can see our shadow, without light we cannot see the shadow. Then the sun was not coming up, that's why he couldn't see any shadow. He thought that my shadow still sleeping on the bed, but my lazy little shadow, like an errant sleep ahead, my lazy shadow still sleeping on. He thinks that his shadow is still sleeping on the bed. Next, you see, he stayed at home behind me and was fast asleep in the bed. He thinks that the shadow is sleeping. Shadow is sleeping and fast asleep in bed. It is taking rest, because many days onwards it was always following me and it didn't have rest. I think that's why it is sleeping very happily on the bed. This poem written by Robert Louis Stevenson, R.L. Stevenson. There are exercises here. These exercises try to complete at home and send through WhatsApp. Otherwise, I will send this grammar worksheet also. I will send children. If you can do, finish. Otherwise, I will send this exercise also. If you can't complete this exercise, I will send this exercise. Don't worry. But first thing is that you have to try at home this exercise. What I have given. See children, after completing your textbook work, there is another task for you, and we have another worksheet. This is the worksheet. this is the worksheet. This worksheet you have to open and you should complete this worksheet. Total 7 or 8 lessons are there, 9 lessons are there, you have to complete these all. You see here page number 2 in your How I Taught My Grandmother to Read worksheet 1. Open all of you this worksheet 1. How I Taught My Grandmother to Read. Read the passage and answer the questions. Questions I will give and you write down in your worksheet, special worksheet. There is an ancient jungle story about the owl and the tiger. At the beginning of the time, the owl did not have a flat face and the tiger had a shiny coat of pure gold. See, first at the beginning, in ancient days, the owl face was not what we can say flat. It was normal like remaining birds. And the tiger coat also, the tiger skin also like it is like shining like a pure gold. How is the gold color? Same like gold color the skin of the tiger. At the beginning of the time, the owl did not have a flat face and the tiger had a shiny coat of pure gold. One day, all the birds and the animals of the forest held a meeting and chose the tiger as the king of the jungle. All animals gathered one place and they kept a meeting and they decided to choose the tiger as their king of the jungle. They also decided that the owl should be his minister. This owl is king's minister. They decided, all animals and birds all are decided that this owl was their king's minister. At first all was well. The jungle was ruled with care and there was peace and happiness everywhere. All animals supporting each other, all animals are helping each other and they lived happily. There was no disturbance in the jungle. Peace and happiness everywhere. But then the tiger and the owl started showing their true colors. They wanted to show their true colors. The tiger was rash and rough. The tiger was always rash and rough because it is a more dangerous animal, at the same time powerful animal. If he disagreed with anyone, he would use his strength to win the argument. If anyone did not accept his words, it uses his strength and power and to win the argument. If anyone is not accept him, it is using the strength. What is using the strength? The tiger is using the strength. And although the owl was wise and he was also proud, what are the two qualities of owl? One is wise and proud. The tiger is rash and rough. These are the qualities the tiger and the owl have. Proud, and though that he was better than all the other birds, the owl thinks that it was wise and it was better than remaining all birds. Then one day the owl and the tiger had an argument about who was wiser. One day the tiger and the owl was discussing about the matter, which is who is wise and who is fool. Owl and the tiger had an argument about who was wiser. Soon it turned into a quarrel and the tiger lost his temper. They were arguing about who was wise and who was not wise. While they were arguing, the tiger, obviously a very dangerous animal and very powerful animal. So to defend other bird, this owl, this tiger gave a slap on the owl's face, turned into quarrel, and the tiger lost his temper. He slapped the owl so hard that the owl face became flat. See, she gave one slap on the owl's face, so very hard. So the owl face became very flat, and the angry bird picked up the burning log and struck the tiger with it, leaving long black stripes on its body. The this is very wise bird. The owl is very wise bird. It looked for a burning log, burning big log, and put the burning log on the tiger's skin. That's why it got black stripes on the tiger's body. Seeing their king and the minister in such a state, the animals and the birds held another meeting. Seeing these all, both owl and the minister and the king, they were fighting about who was wise and who was not wise. By seeing this, all animals kept meeting. They decided that the lion would be a better king of the jungle. Ashamed of themselves, and the owl and the tiger crept away and decided to hide during the day and come out only at the night. They decided, and they were hunting in the night time, and owl is also coming in night time, and at the same time the tiger is also staying daytime in the what we can say, that is den. It is staying in the den, and night time it started hunting out at the night. Since that day, owls have had flat face, and the tiger have had black stripes on their bodies. This is the reason that the tiger is having black stripes on the golden skin, and the owl face became flat. This is the reason why those two got those forms on their faces. See, this is page number 2, and if you can write your answers. Otherwise, I will send through WhatsApp. You complete this exercise. This is the lesson of practice worksheet. You should complete. You read this lesson 2 times, and before also I taught one poem and grammar exercise. Complete these all, and we will meet tomorrow. This video, in place of science class, you have to watch this video, because science portion already completed. That's why English portion is not completed. That's why we are keeping in place of science. Thank you, children. Have a good day. See you all tomorrow.